Picture this, a woman, let's call her Sarah, sits at her desk, typing diligently. She's submitting a medical claim. Sarah is not unlike many people across the globe who find themselves navigating the complex world of medical claims. It's a process riddled with details and fine print, a world where a single misstep can mean the difference between coverage and crippling debt. Now, Sarah's claim is not just a simple form with a few checkboxes. No, it's a labyrinth of medical jargon, procedure codes, and insurance policies. Each piece of information she enters is a crucial part of the puzzle. Every detail is crucial, from the doctor's name to the date of service, from the diagnosis code to the billed amount. You might think, well, that sounds straightforward enough. However, that's a common misconception. The process of submitting a medical claim is far from simple. It requires a keen understanding of medical procedures and insurance policies, and a meticulous attention to detail. A misplaced decimal, an incorrect code, an unchecked box, these seemingly minor errors can result in a denied claim, leaving Sarah to foot the bill. This complexity isn't just a challenge for Sarah, it's a challenge for the people on the other end too, the insurance companies. They receive thousands of claims daily, each as detailed and complex as Sarah's. And while computers do much of the processing, the process is not infallible. Machines, like humans, make mistakes, and when they do, it's often the patient who pays the price. So Sarah double-checks her claim, ensuring every detail is spot on. She knows the stakes. She understands the importance of getting it right. With a final sigh, she hovers her cursor over the submit button. And then, with a click, she sends her claim into the digital ether. Now, the real work begins. Sarah's claim doesn't land on a human's desk. Instead, it's whisked away into the complex world of computerized claim processing. In this digital era, computers play a pivotal role in processing medical insurance claims. The moment Sarah hits submit, her claim is launched into a labyrinth of algorithms and automated systems. These digital constructs are designed to validate and verify every bit of information Sarah has provided. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer speed and efficiency of this process. Within a blink of an eye, Sarah's claim is checked against an exhaustive list of criteria. Has she filled in all the necessary fields? Does her claim match her insurance policy? Is the treatment she's claiming for covered? All of these questions are answered in a fraction of a second. Now imagine a human doing this. It would take hours, if not days, to sift through the mountain of information, cross-check it with policy documents, and finally make a decision. But with a computer, it's done before you can even say processed. But it's not just about speed, it's about volume too. Every day, millions of claims, just like Sarah's, are being processed. It's a task of mammoth proportions that would be impossible to handle manually. The power of computers doesn't stop at validation and verification. They're also responsible for categorizing claims based on their nature and complexity. This way, every claim is directed to the right department, ensuring a smooth and efficient processing pipeline. But what about the personal touch, you may ask? Well, computers are programmed to maintain a record of every interaction, every claim, every payment made by Sarah. This helps in creating a comprehensive profile, allowing insurance companies to provide personalized service. However, it's important to remember that while these systems are incredibly efficient, they're not infallible. Computers, after all, run on code, and code can have errors. A single glitch can lead to a cascade of mistakes, potentially costing people like Sarah thousands in medical care. With the speed of light, Sarah's claim has been processed, but what happens when things go wrong? Picture a different scene. A man, we'll call him John, opens his mailbox to find a medical bill. Now let's dive into the murky waters of errors, an inevitable byproduct of automated claim processing. It may seem like a small hiccup in the grand scheme of things, but these errors can cost patients thousands. Picture this. John, our average Joe, receives a bill for a procedure he never had, or his insurance is billed for an expensive medication when he was prescribed a cheaper alternative. Or perhaps the bill is inflated due to duplicated charges. These are not hypothetical scenarios. They are real, common errors that occur when insurance companies rely heavily on automated systems to process claims. Remember, machines are only as good as the data fed into them. A single mistyped digit, a wrongly entered code, or a misread diagnosis can steer the whole process off course. While automation has its perks, it's not infallible. It lacks the human touch, the capacity to discern, to question, to double-check. When a computer sees a claim, it doesn't see John. It sees lines of codes, numbers, and algorithms. It doesn't know if John is being charged for a procedure he didn't have or a medication he didn't take. It only knows to process the data it's given. And what's worse, there's a surprising lack of human oversight in the process. Once the claim is submitted, it's largely out of human hands. The system churns and out comes a bill, accurate or not. The burden of spotting these errors often falls on the patient. The onus is on John to scrutinize his bill, to spot discrepancies, to challenge charges. And let's be real. Medical billing is complex. It's a labyrinth of codes and jargon that can leave even the most vigilant of us feeling lost. John, like many others, may not realize there's an error until he's left staring at a bill that could ruin him financially. John is left stunned, holding a bill that could ruin him financially. How can this be? The consequences of these errors are not just numbers on a screen, they have a real impact on real people, like John. Let's delve into the aftermath of these errors. Picture this. John, a hardworking individual, suddenly finds himself in a financial quagmire. He's been caught in the crossfire of erroneous medical billing. The bills are piling up and the digits keep skyrocketing, leaving John in an escalating state of stress. The financial burden becomes an unwelcome guest, causing sleepless nights and anxious days. But it's not just about the money. The health risks associated with these errors can be equally, if not more, daunting. Imagine requiring a medical procedure, but the insurance claim is denied due to a processing error. The delay in treatment could potentially exacerbate health conditions, leading to longer recovery times or worse, irreversible damage. The stakes are high, and the room for error is, quite frankly, non-existent. Navigating the labyrinth of insurance claims and medical billing is no small feat. The lack of recourse for patients is glaring. The process of correcting these errors is often drawn out and convoluted. Patients find themselves tangled in a web of paperwork, phone calls, and emails in an attempt to rectify the situation. The emotional toll, coupled with the physical ailment they're already battling, can be overwhelming. Moreover, there's the human element to consider. The strain these errors place on relationships can be significant. The stress can chip away at the bonds between families, causing tension and conflict at a time when support and unity are most needed. In essence, these aren't just errors in a system, they're obstacles in the path of someone's well-being, they're hindrances in the journey towards recovery. For John, and for many like him, the repercussions extend far beyond the financial aspect. The ripple effects of these errors are profound, touching every facet of a person's life. The distress, the confusion, the fear, it all stems from a single error in a system that's supposed to aid, not hinder. For John and many like him, this isn't just a billing error, it's a life-altering mistake. But it doesn't have to be this way. Knowledge is power, and understanding how this process works can help you protect yourself. You see, the key lies in education. By familiarizing yourself with the medical claims process, you can take a proactive role in your healthcare journey. You can begin by understanding the language of health insurance. Terms like copay, deductible, and out-of-pocket maximum may seem intimidating at first, but they're not as complex as they appear. There are numerous resources available online, including our own series of videos that can help you decipher these terms. Next, make it a habit to verify your medical bills. Errors can happen, and they can be costly. Take the time to compare your bill with the explanation of benefits you receive from your insurance company. If you spot discrepancies, don't hesitate to ask questions. Remember, it's your right to understand what you're being charged for, and don't be afraid to challenge charges that don't seem right. If a procedure is listed that you don't recall receiving, or if a medication is billed that you didn't take, bring it up with your healthcare provider or insurance company. It might be a simple mistake, or it could be a sign of a bigger issue. Either way, you have the right to know. Finally, remember that there are professionals who can help. Medical billing advocates are trained to spot errors and negotiate reductions in medical bills. They can be a valuable ally, especially if you're dealing with a complex or high-cost medical situation. Remember, it's not just about the money. It's about your health, your well-being, and your peace of mind. Subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. Become a part of our community, and let's work together to make the complex world of medical claims a little easier to navigate.